Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, January 14th. Here's what's happening. President Donald Trump is calling off meetings with Iranian officials as protests continue in the country. In a Truth Social post yesterday morning, Trump told Iranians help is on its way and to keep protesting. The U.S.-based human rights activists news agency has reported at least 2,000 people have died in the protests. Trump went on to say persecutors will pay a big price. The U.S. has warned Americans to leave Iran immediately, while Trump also announced any country who does business with Iran will be hit with new tariffs. The president says his administration is making America affordable again. While speaking to the Detroit Economic Club in Michigan on Tuesday, Trump said he's orchestrated the greatest economic comeback in U.S. history since his return to office. His comments come on the same day a report showed consumer prices rose less than expected in December. Earlier in the day, Trump toured a Ford plant in Dearborn, where he claimed his global tariffs have forced automakers to move their plants from Mexico and Canada to the United States. The U.S. Supreme Court heard oral arguments on whether to uphold state bans on transgender athletes from competing in women's sports yesterday. The cases, Idaho v. Hecox and West Virginia v. BPJ, were brought by two transgender athletes. The U.S. bishops submitted an amicus brief in this case, saying if Catholic schools were forced to allow transgender athletes in women's sports, they would have to halt all athletic programs or stop funding, quote, because allowing such competition would undermine fundamental Catholic teachings regarding the immutable, God-given differences between the sexes. The justices heard more than 3 hours of arguments in the case. The Holy Father is saying that a sense of belonging is more important than numbers in church attendance. Pope Leo XIV made those comments in an open letter response to a Swiss catechist in the Italian magazine Piazza San Pietro. He said the problem in the church is not numbers, but that many do not feel they are part of the church, quote, that is, of being living members of the body of Christ, all with unique gifts and roles. He encouraged the catechist to continue working no matter how many are participating, saying the hours dedicated to catechesis are never wasted. And Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, has died. Adams was a longtime self-professed agnostic who had shared earlier this month his interest in Christianity, citing Pascal's wager. That's the argument that you're better off believing in God than if not, in the event there actually is a God. In a post on his X account yesterday, Adams announced his belief in Jesus and said he was looking forward to spending eternity with him. Adams died of prostate cancer. He was 68. And that is the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.